Mr. Sahil, I know that you provide professional training in the education sector. Do you think that any of the things that Ma'am Breen have mentioned are something that you strive for now inculcating in our teachers and educational institutions?
Yeah, pretty much so. Because see, I think we should answer to the bigger elephant in the room here. We have kids right in front of us, and I'm sure millions are watching on TV. Let me give you a little perspective here of where I'm trying to come from. Uh, Muhammad Ali Jinnah actually happened to do the biggest thing for this region, maybe even the globe, as far as we're concerned, in 1947. And he went to school in 1885. That means that whatever you guys are supposed to do, we can't even forecast or calculate right now. And we're actually training you to solve our problems. Even though you're not going to get our problems. You're going to get a problem which is going to come about 50 years from now. We won't be here. We're going to actually set the foundation for that problem right now, that's for sure. But we're actually coming up with a very farmer's psychology. Farmers, what they do is they actually sow the seed and they expect to harvest that very year. Education should not be done from a farmer's psychology. It should be done from a gardening psychology. And we have to prepare you for something which is going to happen 50, maybe 40, if you're lucky, 30 years from now. And if we have a slight error right now in forecasting the kind of problem that you guys are going to face, I don't know if we're going to have that kind of a country which we're going to be really proud of right now, which we are right now. So there's a bigger question that we better ask. The perfect question needs to be asked. What is the problem we're trying to solve through this education system? And if you can answer that problem, let me actually open up a little bit of a science because I don't have enough time. There are 11 psychological differentiators of different people in the world. I'm not going to go into that, that's too long. There's 7 in sociology, 3 in anthropology. So let me just talk to you about anthropology. The whole planet can be split into 3 different zones, and not geographically, but demographically. There are the cold zones, and then the mild zones, and then there are the hot zones. Ironically, Pakistan has been in the hot zone. And how do we determine the zone? Not over a war or an event or a politician or whatever is going on right now, which you see. A zone is determined over a 1,000-year span for that region or that people. So for the last 1,000 years, we've been smelling a lot of phosphorus through our west in Afghanistan, which has been at war for the last 500 years. In east, which is India, which has been poking every single day for the last 72 years. And you are supposed to, and actually we're training you and replicating a model which is from Finland or Sweden or Denmark. That's a cold zone. The last time Finnish went to war was with the Vikings. That was pre-Bronze Age. They have not even come close to understanding the psychological requirements that you guys have, I have. And we're actually replicating that model. We're trying to be, I love sciences. Don't get me wrong, because what I'm about to say is very, very critical and a little controversial about what the kind of faculties we should be focusing on. But we should not be focused at this point in time. If I'm really sincere with Pakistan in the future, we cannot be focusing on natural sciences. We just don't have the luxury. And we're idolizing Einstein and Isaac Newton's, which is okay. I'm not against physics and chemistry and biology. We should be going towards that. But our major tilt should be towards social sciences. Because that's the kind of problems you guys are going to face in less than 30 years. I went to school exactly 100 years after Jinnah. He went to school in 1885. I went to school in 1985. And my teachers did not know what I'm going to face in 2019. So I had to change faculties over faculties over faculty just to try and be relevant to you guys. And you guys are not going to be relevant if you chase physics or chemistry or biology. I think Pakistan needs a lot more doctorate programs for humanities and social sciences, political sciences. I'm not saying no to science of mathematics or physics. What I'm saying is our bigger brains inside schools should be made to tilt towards sociology and psychology. Because that's the only solution to the problems you guys are going to face. God knows what's going to be happening inside India or Bangladesh, China, or Afghanistan or Iran 50 years from now. I don't know. There is no way to find that out. There is no science, and I know I study that. There is no science to forecast the zone's behavior. We can only prorate it through the patterns of the last 750 years. That's how we run this program. So when you're going to be 50, I don't know what you're going to be dealing with, but at least what I can do, the least I can do for my country is to equip you with the kind of problems you're going to face. And you're not going to face problems which are going to be solved through physics equations. I'm sorry, I love physics too, but you're going to have to face problems which are going to be solved through political science and psychology. Every 10th man in Pakistan is a bipolar patient. Every third woman has BPD. You know why? Because we're in a hot zone right now. We're born inside a war situation, if not externally, then internally. We have the most polarized left and right thinking philosophy. We have the most confused left and the most scattered right. Nowhere in the planet there is such a disparity between the left and right philosophies. So there's a problem we as adults should look into to prepare you and give you that backpack that will have tools that are going to work for you. I would love for you to go to space and become astronauts. But sorry, someone is going to be taking the space from underneath you by that time.